My beloved child, listen to the deep and sacred whisper that calls to your heart. This is not a mere message. This is my voice calling you out from the noise of this world, seeking you in the quiet places of your spirit. I have always been near you, in the spaces between your breaths, in the moments. You think I am silent, but I am never far. I want you to understand something, deeply and truly. I do not seek just your words. Yes, I hear your prayers, and they are precious to me. But they are not enough if they are only words spoken in desperation or routine. I want more than your petitions, more than your requests for comfort. I want the fullness of your heart, your trust, your life. I am not some distant God who is pleased only by your sacrifices and rituals. I want you, your mind, your heart, your very soul. You may think that the prayers you offer, the ones you recite in the quiet of the night, are the most important thing to me. And indeed they matter. But they are nothing without you, without your love, without your surrender, without your whole being. What is a prayer without the heart that gives it life? What is a word without the intent behind it? When you pray, do you speak with all of who you are? Or do you simply utter words because that is what you have been taught to do? I do not want just your prayers. I want the real, raw you. The part of you that is afraid, that doubts, that wonders where I am when the storms rage. I want the broken parts of you, the ones that cry out for healing and understanding. I want the parts of you that have been scarred by life, that have been worn down by the weight of this world. Do you not know that I already see these parts? That I already know your struggles, your pain, your longing? Do you not know that I have walked beside you in those dark valleys, even when you could not feel my presence? My child, I know you. Every fear you carry, every question you wrestle with, every dream you nurture, I know them all. And still, I call to you, not just for your prayers, but for you. You are my creation, formed in my image, and there is no prayer, no sacrifice, no offering greater than the person you are. Do you understand this? That you, your true self, are what I seek most. You may have been taught to believe that I only desire your rituals, your acts of devotion. But the truth, my beloved child, is that I want you. Not just your offerings, not just your sacrifices. I want the life that is uniquely yours. I want your heart, your mind, your soul, your hands, everything that makes you who you are. When you come to me, do you come with all of yourself? Or do you only come with pieces, hoping that the rest of you will be enough to appease me? I know that you may have learned to seek me through your prayers and rituals, but understand this, child. I do not seek the outward show. I seek your inner truth, the authentic, unguarded you. That is the offering I cherish most. There is a difference between offering prayers out of duty and offering your heart out of love. Many of you know the practice of praying, of speaking words to me when you are in need or when you are lost in thought, when the world seems too much to bear. But how often do you bring your whole self into that moment? How often do you surrender your heart, not just your words? I hear your prayers, yes, but it is not the words that I seek alone. I want the intention behind them, the raw emotion, the truth that flows from your soul. I do not wish to be a mere echo of your desires. I want to hear the voice of your heart. Prayers that come only from your lips, without the weight of your heart, are like flowers without fragrance, like songs without melody. They may appear outwardly beautiful, but they are empty of the substance I long for. When you speak to me, do you mean it? Do you bring the fullness of your struggles, your hopes, your fears, your gratitude? Or do you simply offer me the words you've been taught, following the steps and rituals with little thought? hoping that the act of praying itself is enough. It is not. Your words are important, but they are not all that I ask for. I want your whole self, not a hollow offering. You see, I desire the real, the unfiltered, the vulnerable parts of you. I want the prayers that come from your deepest places, those parts of you that you don't always show to the world. The moments when you are truly yourself, when you stand before me with your brokenness, your imperfections, your fears. That is when I see you most clearly. Do you think I am distant, cold, or unconcerned with your true self? No, child. I am nearer to you than you realize. I know the pain you carry, the questions that fill your mind, and the longing you have for answers. I know the weariness you hide behind smiles, and the fear you mask with bravado. And still, I long for you, your real self. When you pray, let it be an act of surrender. Let it be an offering of your entire being, not just your words. Pray with honesty, pray with rawness, pray with every bit of who you are. Let your prayers be more than just requests for things. Let them be a conversation with me, a moment where you truly come as you are. Let them reflect not just your needs, but your desires, your heart, your dreams, your gratitude, your love. I am not asking for perfection, for flawless prayers or perfectly timed words. I am asking for your truth. I want the broken parts of you, the parts that cry out for healing, the parts that feel lost, the parts that wonder if I am truly listening. I want to hear all of you, not just the neat and polished version that you present to the world. Do you know that I see beyond the surface? I see your fears and doubts, your struggles and victories, your hidden wounds and unspoken prayers. I know the depths of your heart better than you know them yourself. And still, I invite you to bring your full self to me, to speak your truth, to lay down your burdens, and to open your heart without fear of judgment. In doing this, you come closer to me. In giving me your whole self, in sharing your unfiltered heart, you are not just offering prayers, you are offering a relationship that is built on honesty, on trust, on vulnerability. That is what I long for. That is what I seek. The fullness of your heart, laid bare before me. You have learned the rituals, the prayers that are recited at certain times, the words that are repeated, the practices that bring comfort and structure. These rituals can be beautiful, yes, and they can connect you to me. But there is a danger in thinking that the ritual itself is enough. If your connection to me is based only on the actions you perform, without the depth of love and sincerity, then you miss the essence of what I truly desire from you. I did not create you for rituals alone. I did not form your soul for the sake of routine. I made you for relationship, for connection, for love. Rituals, prayers, practice. They are meaningful only when they flow from the heart, only when they reflect the true relationship we share. If you come to me only out of obligation or habit, if you pray only because you feel you must, then you are offering me something shallow. It is like giving a gift without thought, simply because it is expected. I do not want gifts given from a place of duty. I want offerings that come from a heart full of love. When you approach me, do you bring your whole self, or do you simply go through the motions? Are your prayers an act of deep communion with me, or are they a routine you check off on your list? I see the difference, my child. I see when your prayers are born from a place of deep longing to know me, to be close to me, and when they are simply words said without thought. The rituals are not the problem. It is the heart behind them that matters. Do not mistake the ritual for the relationship. The act of praying, the act of giving, the act of worship. They are not what I desire most. They are important, yes, but only when they come from a heart that truly seeks me. What I want is not just your actions, but the heart behind them. I want to know that you are not just praying because it is what you have always done, but because you long to connect with me. I want to know that when you bow your head, when you lift your voice, you are doing so with the fullness of your heart, with every part of you desiring to draw near. You may have been taught that your prayers are a transaction, that if you say the right words at the right time, in the right way, you will get what you want from me. But that is not the truth. What I desire is not a transaction. I desire a relationship. What I long for is not your words alone, but your life. When you offer me your prayers, offer me your life along with them. Offer me your thoughts, your fears, your joys, your sorrows, everything that makes you who you are. That is the offering I want most. It is easy to get caught up in the routine of prayer and ritual, to think that as long as you say the right words at the right time, you have done your duty. But I am not a distant God who is pleased by ritual alone. I am the God who knows your heart, who sees beyond your words. I know when you are seeking me with all of yourself, and I know when you are simply going through the motions. I do not want your empty words. I do not want your prayers if they are not born from the depths of your soul. I want you, your whole self, your love, your trust, your fear, your joy, your anger, your pain, your hope, everything that makes you who you are. Bring all of it to me. Bring your rawness, your mess, your brokenness, your beauty. Bring your truth. Do not hide anything, for I already know it. You are safe with me. I want your entire being, not just the parts you think I will approve of. When you pray, when you come to me in the stillness of your heart, remember that I want your presence more than your performance. I want you, not just your rituals. What I seek from you is not just words that echo through the air, but trust that runs deep within your soul. Trust is not something you offer in passing. It is something that is woven into every part of your being, something that you live and breathe. It is easy to speak of trust, easy to say, I trust you, God, when things are going well, when your life is aligned with your desires. But do you trust me when the storms rage, when your world feels like it is crumbling? Do you trust me when your prayers seem unanswered, when your heart aches and your mind questions? This is where I want your heart to be, in the depths of trust, unwavering and unshaken by circumstance. Trust is not about having all the answers, but about surrendering your will to mine, even when you don't understand the path before you. It is about knowing that I am with you, that I will never leave you, no matter what comes. It is about knowing that, no matter the storm, my love for you is unchanging, and my plans for you are good. When you bring your prayers to me, do so from a place of trust. Do not pray as though you are bargaining with me, as though you are seeking a transaction. Do not approach me with the mindset that your prayers must be answered in a particular way for you to believe. Trust is not about controlling the outcome, but about surrendering to my will, knowing that I see the bigger picture, that I know what is best for you. If you truly trust me, then your prayers will reflect that trust. They will not be laden with fear or doubt, but with a peace that comes from knowing that I am in control. Trust is not about getting what you want, but about being willing to accept what I give, even when it is not what you expect or desire. Trust is about knowing that I am good, that my heart for you is full of love, and that my plans for your life are greater than you can imagine. This trust is a beautiful offering to me. It is an offering that speaks louder than words, that transcends your prayers. Trusting me means that in the silence of your heart you say, I know you are here, and I know you are working even when I cannot see it. I trust you with every part of my life, every prayer, every worry, every joy. It is a trust that does not waver, no matter the circumstances. And that trust brings you closer to me than any prayer ever could. Do not offer me prayers without trust, for without trust, your prayers become nothing more than pleas and demands. Do not come to me with a list of requests and expect me to answer on your terms. I want you to come to me with open hands, with a heart that says, I trust you, God, regardless of what comes. I want your trust to be the foundation upon which all your prayers rest. When you surrender your prayers to me, let them be a reflection of your trust. Let them be an offering that says, I believe you, Lord. I believe in your goodness, even when I cannot understand the road ahead. I trust that you will guide me, protect me, and lead me into the life you have planned for me. That is the prayer I long to hear. Trust is the bridge between your prayers and my heart. When you trust me fully, your prayers will be filled with peace, with assurance, with surrender. And it is through that trust that I will meet you, closer than ever before. Prayers are not merely words that are spoken in a moment of need. They are the outpouring of your entire life. I do not desire the act of praying to be an isolated event, something you do only when you need something from me, or when it's time to check a spiritual box. I desire your life itself to be a prayer, a continuous offering of your heart and soul. Every breath you take, every step you make, every decision you carry out, these can all be forms of prayer when you live with me at the center. You offer me your prayers, and yet I want you to remember that you are offering your life. Every part of you, your time, your thoughts, your actions, can be an act of devotion. How you live is as important as what you say. It is in the way you show kindness to others, in how you forgive, in how you walk through pain and joy alike, that I see your heart. When you ask me for strength, but refuse to live as though you are trusting that strength, your prayers become disconnected from the truth. I want to see your trust and your faith reflected in your life, not just in your words. I want your actions to align with the prayers you offer. If you pray for peace, I want to see you living in peace. If you pray for guidance, I want to see you trusting me and walking with me. Your prayers should flow from the life you live, and the life you live should flow from the prayers you speak. What does it mean to offer me your life? It means that when you speak your prayers, you don't stop there. You make choices every day to live in alignment with what you ask for. If you pray for love, you live in love. If you ask for patience, you walk with patience. If you seek courage, you rise up with boldness, trusting that I will guide your steps. Your life becomes a reflection of the prayers you offer, a living testimony of what you believe in your heart. Do not live as though I am a God you visit only in times of need. Do not think that I only care about your prayers when your life feels out of control. I care deeply about every moment, every choice, every thought. I want your life to be a prayer of gratitude, a prayer of trust, a prayer of surrender. Every part of you belongs to me, and when you offer all of it to me, you bring your prayers into the very fabric of your existence. When I say I want you, not just your prayers, I mean that I want your life to be an ongoing conversation with me. I want your actions, your choices, your heart to be woven into your prayers. You are not separate from your prayers. You are not two different people, one who prays and another who lives. You are one whole being, and I desire that the whole of you aligned with the love and trust you offer to me in your prayers. In your prayers, speak the truth. Ask for what you need. Express your desires. Share your heart. But let those words become a reflection of the life you are choosing to live. Let your life be a prayer of thanksgiving, of surrender, of love. Let your every action be an offering to me. Every choice a way of saying, I trust you, God. I choose you today. You are not separate from your prayers, child. You are one with them. When you offer me your life, you are offering me the fullness of who you are, your soul, your heart, your mind, your actions. And in return, I give you myself. The greatest prayer you can offer is not simply found in your words, but in your surrender. To surrender means to trust me fully, without reservation, without holding anything back. It is not a passive act, but an active choice. A decision to let go of your need for control, to step into the unknown with full confidence that I will guide you. When you surrender, you are saying, I choose you, God. I choose to follow your path, even when it leads me into uncertainty. I choose to rest in your hands, knowing that you are good and that your plans for me are better than I could ever imagine. This is the prayer I long to hear, not the repeated words you offer when you feel pressured to pray, but the prayer of your heart that says, here I am, God, ready to live for you. I trust you with my life, with my dreams, with my fears. I want your surrender, not just your prayers. It is through surrender that you give me your true self, the one that is not bound by fear, pride, or selfishness. It is in surrender that you find the freedom to be who you were truly meant to be. So often, you may feel that you need to prove something to me. You may think that your prayers must be eloquent, or that you must be worthy of my attention. But this is not the truth. You are already worthy, simply because I have called you my own. Your worth is not found in what you do for me, but in who you are to me. Your worth is found in the simple act of surrender, the act of saying, I am yours. It is not about performing. It is about being who I created you to be fully and completely, without fear of judgment or rejection. When you surrender your heart to me, you open yourself to a life of true freedom. You no longer have to struggle to control every outcome, to make things happen according to your own will. You are free to trust in the perfect timing of my plan, knowing that every step you take is guided by love and wisdom. Surrender is not weakness, it is strength in its purest form. It is the strength to let go and to let me lead you into places you never imagined. I want you, not just your prayers. I want you fully, heart, mind, body, and soul. The life you live, the love you give, the peace you walk in. All of these are prayers to me. Your surrender becomes the deepest expression of your devotion. It is the prayer of a soul that is fully alive in my presence, trusting me with every part of your life. Do not be afraid to surrender, child. Do not fear that you will lose yourself in the processes. It is in surrender that you find the truest version of yourself, the one that I created with purpose and love. You will not be abandoned in your surrender. You will be held closer to me than ever before. It is only when you release your grip on the things that weigh you down, on the things that keep you from fully trusting, that you will experience the fullness of my love and the beauty of my plan for you. Your prayers are not just words. Your life is a prayer. Your surrender is a prayer. When you give yourself fully to me with no holds barred, you offer me the most beautiful prayer of all. This is the prayer I long for, the prayer that says, I am yours. Lead me, guide me, fill me with your love. I want you, God, more than anything else.